So Democrats really do have something to celebrate today. It was a historic win for Shomari Figures last night as the former Obama staffer defeated Republican Caroline Dobson in the race for Alabama's 2nd congressional district. The majority black district was newly redrawn following a battle that went all the way to the Supreme Court and ended with Figures becoming the first person to hold that seat. Congressman-elect Shomari Figures joining me now from Mobile. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. How are you?
Well, a big night for you, but a very disappointing one for your party. How bittersweet did victory feel last night?
Look, it felt, look, we got in this race in the beginning to bring the type of representation to this district, to many communities that have not had that sort of voice in federal representation in far too long. And we accomplished that last night. And so we were very thrilled about that. Obviously, we saw the national results come in last night, and we're less thrilled about that. But at the end of the day, we can't cry over spilled milk, as they say here in the South. We got to get to work. And I've said since I got in this race that, we got to go to Washington, D.C. and work with whoever is in power, whoever is in control of each branch of government to do what we can to benefit the outcomes here in District 2.
Well, this election outcome took a lot of time and a lot of litigation, as you know. What did that fight teach you?
Well, there's an enormous amount of appreciation that's owed to get us here. And that's not just here in the current form. This district now includes Montgomery, Alabama, which is the birthplace of the civil rights movement, which I personally believe is the single most important city in America of the 20th century because of the movement that was born out of here. And that's where we ultimately got the Voting Rights Act from, which gave us the pathway to get to this district in the first place. And so there's an enormous amount of gratitude that's owed to those people who were on the front lines of the civil rights movement, but also to the plaintiffs in this case. I think this case showed us what it looks like when our legal systems stand up for the principles of civil rights. And we got this district in a way that was I feel long overdue. But at the end of the day, we got a fair shot, a fair opportunity, and we took advantage of it on last night.
Sure did. And Trump gained with voters across the board, including Black and Latino voters. I know it's only been 24 hours, but Democrats need to do a lot more to get the band back together, shall we say. So how does the party start rebuilding its coalition?
Look, I think it starts with an understanding that all elections are local at the end of the day. Just as the old saying is, all politics are local at the end of the day, all elections are as well. And we have to look at and go back and reassess what happened here, what worked, what didn't work, what messaging we thought worked, what messaging did not work, and ultimately get to a point where we're understanding what people across the communities that make up this country, what they want. And I think that's something that both parties have to do and should do, in all honesty. And so, look, we are optimistic about our chances in the future. Like we've seen this, we've seen, when there was a blue wave, we've seen when there's a red wave, and then each time it happens, you have to go back and recalibrate. We certainly can't overreact and think that the party needs to be rebuilt from the ground up based on the outcomes of one election. But we do have to get serious about understanding local culture, local issues, and local influences. What's driving people to the polls? What do they actually care about?
Representative-elect Shomari Figures. You can feel the spirit of MLK Jr., John Lewis. I could keep naming names. Congratulations. Look forward to talking to you a lot in the next couple of years.
Thank you so much.